Yes.
Diving deflection, it's become such a big part of the game, but a large percent of goals now are scored by deflections or rebounds off the keeper. So it's not people like running in, skilling people and scoring a wonder goal. It comes from someone bouncing off the keeper, you get a little tap in, or someone smashing the ball in, it bouncing off a few players and the person at the back post getting the deflection. And that's what we're getting taught a lot of that now. We literally practice it for like 15-20 minutes, even during a session, not even at the end, of just getting on the end of a deflection, getting on the end of a fast ball and not being afraid about it. With the diving deflections or any sort of deflection, timing's key. If you run into the D and you're already waiting for the pass, like you're too early. You want to be running onto the ball and it's just clipping the end of your stick and going in. So you should have made eye contact roughly with the person that's about to pass it in, or you know they're going to be aiming towards the back post. So as you're coming in, you want to be nice and low. Like on some of the clips that we did earlier, like I was almost already on the ground, like fingers on the ground. If you're not getting bloody knuckles, it doesn't really count. So diving deflections, like it's just when the ball's just slightly out of your reach and you just need to get something on it. So you're already running through at pace as well. So as soon as you hit the ground, you're just sliding nice and low, both hands on the stick, on the forehand, and you're grazing those knuckles, grazing the knees, and basically getting wet. Aiming almost comes slightly second to just making sure you get a touch on the ball. If you get a touch on the ball, it makes it so much more difficult for the keeper. Like they just have no idea what's going on. If you can just get something towards goal, they're the ones that have to deal with it. All depends on the angle of the stick, whether you have it leaning back, leaning forward, where you want it to go, and also where the keeper is and the rest of the players are. So you might not have space at the back of the goal to aim for, so you're going to want the stick a bit further forward, a bit further facing towards goal so you can fully get the connection. It goes in the near post. Otherwise, if the space isn't at the near post, you want it a bit more lent back, a little bit further back in your body, and so therefore it's getting towards the back post. But yeah, it's making sure you get a touch on it is the key thing. Like aiming can come second to it, but if you get a touch on it, it makes it just unbelievably difficult for the keeper to save. And that's how in international hockey now, that's how a lot of our goals are scored. Deflections, the ball's smashed in and someone gets a little touch on it, and that's literally all it needs. But on the backhand side, like if you look at my stick, I'd be aiming for roughly the C of the stick. So we don't want to be going off the head. If you go off the head of the stick, it can be a little bit weak and doesn't quite go where you want. Anywhere between the C of the stick and the head of the stick is where you want to be aiming for. A sort of a slight angle as well, so it starts to go from those top corners, look a little bit impressive. Otherwise, making sure the stick's perfectly flat and it's just bouncing off and going straight through the keeper, straight to the keeper's legs. And on the backhand, one-handed, making sure you're watching the ball all the way to the end of your stick. If you turn for a split second, then you could miss it or it could clip a defender and end up coming towards you.